here today, not today, when this video drops, but today, I'm about to risk my whole citizenship. Whole thing, putting it on the line. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Luxo and this is my channel Living My Chef Life, and today, like I said in the preamble, I am about to do something that could get me stripped of my citizenship. Stripped. I might as well start practicing all my accents. In this video you have my friend Nanama to thank. What's poppin', baby? How you doing? You can follow her photography page. I'm gonna link it down below because I don't know if I can link it. I'll link it somewhere. She introduced me to this podcast. The podcast is called Stay by Plan. In this particular episode, they were talking about the vegan lifestyle. One of the things that came up, one of the conversations that arose from this topic was that a lot of African meals, they involve a lot of meat. Dishes that need maybe a meat stock, a meat base, pilau, light soup, maybe okra soup, biryani, etc. All these things. One of the presenters said something of which I am of the same school of thought, and that is essentially that you need the meat to make the stock adds the flavor to the food. Without the stock, what is the point? What's the reason? What are we doing here? But the countering statement to that position was that it's not so much the meat or the bones or the chicken that adds the flavor, but rather the spices that you use. My ears, they did a little, what? And in my head, I was like, you know what? Bet. Did anybody challenge me to this thing? No. Nobody challenged me. But I'm gonna try and make vegan pilau and see if I can, for one, by using a mushroom. Do not click off the video. Stay where you are. So you're going to need a white potato, red onion, king trumpet mushroom, about a finger of ginger, 5 cloves of garlic, depends on how much garlic you want. This is 2/3 of a cup of basmati rice. I'm only using this because this will make about a serving for me. Also have the base of what makes a pilau masala, which is cardamom pods, cloves, cumin, as well as cinnamon. I don't have any black peppercorns, so just so that we don't waste time today. In order to make pilau, you're going to actually want to fry up some potatoes, so I took the initiative to do that. Chop up your onions real nice, as thin as you can. I couldn't. I was being assailed and assaulted by the acid that is in the onion. Mince your garlic and ginger. I cut up my oyster mushroom, and it could actually work. Texture-wise, it kind of feels like chicken. I know when I fry that up, it'll be a completely different story. I'm soaking my basmati rice. I'm going to soak that for maybe 5-10 minutes and then wash it. And finally, this is my spice mix. First up is you're going to want to throw your onions in the pot and brown them. Do not throw the garlic and ginger in before the onion because the oil will be too hot and you might end up burning your aromatics. At this step, you are going to want to allow your onions, garlic, and ginger to fry until slightly aromatic before you finally throw in your pilau spice mix. While you're doing this, also make sure to squeeze any excess water out of your mushroom because you want to fry the mushroom beforehand, and then you'll pour some water in to build your stock. This has been simmering and boiling for, I think, 10 or so minutes. It smells very mushroomy. It smells like a mushroom stew. I don't know, man. It's about the biscuit. In the pursuit of making this, I've already burnt myself a couple of times. So I don't know if that's like my ancestors saying, no, don't do it, sweetheart. Don't do it. But the ball is already rolling. I ate a couple of the potatoes. I won't even lie. That's why they look so scanty. This looks like more than a meal. It looks like two. The water doesn't look like it's gonna be quite enough to cook this rice, so I'm gonna add like a splash more. I'm gonna boil this for maybe another 10-12 minutes because basmati rice doesn't take that long to cook. If it does, then I don't know, man. So we're gonna leave this beauty. I'm not gonna make the mistake and touch it and then burn all the tips of my fingers off. We're gonna leave this beautiful pot to rest and do its thing, and we will be back when it's boiled down a bit. You're gonna want to eat pilau with kachumbari, at least some sauce. Some people might think it's too dry to eat by itself. It tastes good all on its own, but then if you really want to make it Tanzanian pilau, you want to have some kachumbari on the side. For kachumbari, you're going to need a tomato, red onion preferably. This would be a lot better if I had, I think, scotch bonnets, pili pili mbuzi, and a lemon. Thinly chop your tomatoes, thinly chop your onions. Because you don't want the onion to be too sharp, it's raw onion. You're gonna wash it in some salt water. Thinly chop your peppers, squeeze your lemon, obviously. Mix that all together, and you should have something that looks like so. It's all coming together now. Okay. This is simmered for, I think, 10 minutes. It smells. It smells like pilau. But it also smells like mushroom. In case you're wondering, what on earth is that drink? Go and watch my last video. This doesn't have pineapple, but I boiled the hibiscus with cloves. It tastes like Zanzibar ubuyu. Oh my god. Palate cleanser. This is some chicken pilau that I made yesterday. This is the mushroom pilau. I'm gonna cleanse my palate of the solo. I tasted it yesterday and I know it tastes fire, but I'm gonna taste it anyway. I'm gonna taste it without any of the kachumbari first, and I'm gonna add it after the fact to see if it kind of, where is it then? If it kind of elevates the flavor, or if the chicken pilau even needs it, because it was pretty good if I do say so myself. Mm. 10 out of 10. Levels have changed now. 10 over 10. Okay. Cleanse the palate again because we want to give the mushroom pilau a chance. Sorry, the vegan chicken pilau. We want to give this a chance. I think it's not quite as separate as this because the chicken has its own fat. This only had the cooking oil as a fat, so it's not quite as separate. But the rice is not sticky. I'm gonna take a piece of mushroom. Karibuni kula. It's not bad. It doesn't have the richness of the chicken pilau, but it's not bad. Okay, we're gonna add kachumbari kidogo, kwambali tu. We're gonna add some kachumbari and see. And last one, last mouthful. Let's see. Let me try and get another piece of mushroom up in there. Actually, Drum roll, please. Final verdict is, my mouth is on fire. The chicken pilau is still king in my eyes. It's still, the flavor of the meat just, it sings. But the mushroom pilau, the vegan chicken pilau, I am not mad about it. It's not bad. So, does that mean that I concede? Does that mean that I agree that chicken, beef, bones, bone marrow are not necessary in order to make a good tasting dish? I mean, before, if this was a line, I was like here. This is where the line ends. I was here. I'm moving closer to the side of, it's the spice that makes the meal. Salt, acid, fat, heat. Those are the 4 integral parts of a good meal. So maybe, just maybe, you don't really need a meat to make a very good tasting African dish. This actually tastes pretty fire. It tastes like pilau. It's a chicken vegan pilau. I did that. So thank you for joining me on this video. I am really hot up in this kitchen, in this dancery. Thank you for joining me on this video. Thank you again for the inspirations behind this video. Please go and listen to the podcast, Stay by Plan. Listen to all the episodes, in fact. Follow them on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Follow Nam's Photography. I think that is her handle. Follow her on Instagram. She might suggest a couple more good things to you because she's very clever. And I am looking forward to seeing you on my next video. I am now going to have some lunch because I am starving. Bye-bye. And see just what it tastes like. An empty street, an empty heart. What does that have to do with this? That has nothing to do with it. I'm sure you'll find that you just gotta be patient. It's your caramelizing your onions. Your onions. I'm the one, yeah. Don't come and say I can't hit the wall. I can. Whoa. Okay. I shook my brain a bit there.